am curious, have you ever felt that your thoughts and your beliefs are just not aligning right with the reality that you want? You're not the only one. Many people struggle to understand how assumptions shape their life. The law of assumption is a very powerful tool that can help you bridge that gap. By harnessing its power, you can create a reality that aligns with your desires and transforms your life in profound ways. And know this, it's working already with or without your knowledge of it. Like a quick example here. I need my morning coffee to start my day. Well, if you know me, I don't need morning coffee to start my day. However, that is an assumption. Now, what exactly is the law of assumption and how does it work? And how can you utilize it in your favor? One of the biggest misconceptions with law of assumption that people think it's just all about visualization and affirming on what you want. Well, those are some of the components, but not the whole story. The law of assumption is assuming and believing, having that faith and being faithful to the reality, to your wish, your intention to bring it into your existence. Now, another thing too that many people seem to struggle to get past their own self doubt and limitations to truly assume their desire into their reality. And sometimes too, another challenge here is the forcing how it's going to happen versus just letting it go and letting things naturally unfold. And realize this too when there's force, that could lead to feelings of frustration, anxiety, and even desperation. And when you have those feelings, now you're attracting the disempowering side of law of assumption. And realize this too assuming a wish fulfilled or that intention that you're assuming could take some time to actually show up in your life, not realizing what's actually going on behind the scenes. Knowing and realizing that the universe is actually behind the scenes conspiring for you. You just can't see it yet. And know this too, it will unfold at the right time, divine time. Now, along with that force, there's also too some people attempt to control the outcome of their assumptions rather than focusing on the feeling and the energy. Attempting to micromanage every little detail rather than just letting it go and let the universe do its work. That micromanaging not only limits your creativity and your potential, but it also blocks the flow of energy and drawing what you want into your reality, manifesting. Now, there's another misconception out there in regards with the law of assumption that it's basically only for those new agey, hippy dippy, hocus pocus type of people. Wrong. But the truth is that the law of assumption is a universal principle that applies to everyone, regardless of your beliefs or background. It's happening. It's a natural law that governs the way our mind and the universe interacts. You're using it right now. Remember? Cup of coffee. So, at its core, the law of assumption is thoughts, emotions, and energy with what you want. Or better yet, in a more empowering word versus want, intend. So, when you assume that intention already fulfilled and you start to feel it, you begin to vibrate at a frequency that attracts it into your reality. Okay, so I might be feeling a little resistance here. So let me dial it back a notch. Something to keep mindful of is everything around you first started off in the mind. To this platform that you're watching this on, to even this video or that cup of coffee. First started off in the mind by recognizing it's important to focus on the feeling and energy behind your assumptions rather than just the physical outcome. And over time, it could become into a reality, just like the device that's in your hand right now, or possibly the monitor that you're watching this on right now. One of the most valuable and impactful insight with the law of assumption, it's just not about getting what you're intending. It's about becoming the person you get to become in order to receive. When you assume what you intended already exists, you get the opportunity to face any limitations, fears, or doubts that may be holding you back. And that's actually my specialty, empowering your mindset, working with business owners and entrepreneurs to overcome their challenges, unlock and reveal their potential, and achieve remarkable success. As an example, my one client was able to help him grow his $1 million operation into a $3 million just with mindset alone this year. And if you might be interested in working one on one together, I'll put a link in the description below. Now, when you are able to work through those blocks, you become more confident, more radiant, and more magnetic to the universe. And that's when the magic really happens. Another key insight about law of assumption, it's not just a one-time event. It's an ongoing process. It's not just about attracting that specific thing, but about creating a reality that aligns with your highest desires and potential. As you continue to assume and attract, you'll find your reality becoming more and more truly aligned with what you intended. And that's truly an amazingly powerful feeling. Something else to keep in mind, that law of assumption is about surrendering and trust. Now, when you assume that what you intended already exists, you get to let go of control and trust the universe has your back. And I get it for you controllers out there, or you how people, or some of those who may have some trust issues. This could very well be a little more challenging, but you got this. Know that the universe is always working in your favor. And here's a phrase I really like for you to remember. A best way to, I suggest, is you write it down. The universe is always working for my greatest good. And if there's a little resistance with that, I've got you. I choose to believe that the universe is working for my greatest good. So you do your job and you focus on the feeling, and you let the universe do its job and taking care of the rest. Okay, now to summarize all this, the law of assumption is a powerful tool that can help you bridge that gap to where you currently are to where you intend to be. By assuming what you're intending already exists, focusing on that feeling and the energy behind it, letting go of control and trusting. Be faithful to your assumptions and transform your life in profound ways. Remember, too, the law of assumption is just not about the thing, it's about becoming the person you get to be in order to receive it. It's about tapping into your highest potential and living a life that's truly authentic and fulfilling. Now, keep empowering that mindset, and the law of assumption is just the beginning. Check out this video next on law of attraction so you don't miss out on the key on how to supercharge your intentions fulfilled.